I'm not entertaining one-sided relationships where I'm doing all the emotional labor. It's either you're going to step up and do the work or you're not, but I'm not going to force you to do it. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by the title, today we're going to be going over some signs or just some questions that you should ask yourself in order to see if the people that are around you are actually aligned with the best version of yourself. Because I just feel like in order for us to become the best version of ourselves, it requires us to make some sacrifices. Sometimes those sacrifices look like people, sometimes those sacrifices look like things. Sometimes it looks like changing our ways and getting rid of old habits. Sometimes it looks like changing our mindset. Sometimes it looks like building consistency and discipline. There's so many different avenues of life that you can grow into, and sometimes in order to grow into that life that we want to have, like I said, it requires us to have the right types of people. So everybody is not going to be able to go where you're trying to go. There's several different reasons for that. Sometimes people just don't understand the vision. Sometimes a lot of people just let jealousy take over them. Sometimes people just don't have the emotional capacity to show up for you. So why would you try to force those people into growing when they just don't want to or they can't? In order to get to that level of life that we want to have, we have to let these things go. We have to change. We have to evolve. And if people don't understand that, then they are not aligned for us. I really hope that makes sense because I had no idea where I was going with that. But I'm just going to get right into it. So if y'all find any value from this video, please leave a like or a comment down below. And if you like content like this on the channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram right down here on the screen, and we're going to get right into it. So before anything, you know, I always have to tell you, like, you need to get clear on what it is that you want out of life. What type of life do you want to live? What types of people do you want to have around you? What types of habits do you want to have? How do you want to look? How do you want to dress? What's your mindset on things? What's your outlook on life? You have to be clear of these things before you can even decide what direction you're going to be going in and exactly what types of steps you're going to be taking to get to that place. When I first started on my self-love journey, my healing journey, all of that stuff, I had to get clear on what it is that I wanted. I was like, okay, so I know I want a successful YouTube channel. I know I have X, Y, and Z career goals that'll come from that. I know that mentally and emotionally, I want to be in a different place. I don't want to still be operating from trauma or being jaded. And because I didn't want to be operating from my trauma, that means I had to get rid of literally everybody who reminded me of that place. So that means getting rid of people who brought up the old me. Oh, didn't you used to do this? Or didn't you used to talk to this person? Or I thought you used to act like this. I had to get rid of those people who are always bringing up the past and not acknowledging the progression that I've made. Because who I was 5 years ago, who I was 3 years ago, who I was 6 months ago, even 2 months ago is not the same person that I am today. People are allowed to change. People are allowed to evolve. But if somebody is constantly bringing up the old version of you and trying to remind you of where you came from when you are trying to move away from that, they are not aligned with you. People who know exactly what upsets you and then they turn around and do the same things constantly to upset you. Why would I want to bring a person like that along with me when I know good and well that they are trying to trigger me? Because when I allow people to trigger me, that is keeping me in a low vibrational state. Somebody that I'm not today and somebody that I'm not trying to stay at. Why would I allow those people to come along with me in my journey? You can't do that. People who want to stay a victim of their own lives. People who have more problems than solutions. You offer a solution to them, they find more excuses as to why the solution can't happen. Those types of people are not aligned with me for the simple fact that I have a growth mindset. I'm going to be resourceful. I'm going to be resilient. I'm going to figure out a way. No matter what, I'm going to figure out a way. Something has to give. I'm not just going to sit around and be stagnant and complain about my life and make my problems other people's problems and then expect my life to change. Say you're on the other side. If you allow people to just dump all their problems on you, knowing good and well they don't want a solution, they just really want an ear, you're going to be so caught up in their problems and their energy to where you are more stressed than they are about their own problems. They're stressed, sure, but they just wanted to talk. I cannot be aligned with people who don't want to change their life because who I am is all about growth. I have a growth mindset. I'm always changing. I'm always evolving. I'm always trying to figure out new things, always trying to get a new plan. Like I said in my last video, things change and we have to learn how to adapt. But if somebody wants to stay the same, I'm not going to stay around them. They are not aligned for me because they are not progressing forward. And it's not to say that you're better than anybody, but sometimes these are the sacrifices that you have to make. Next, I would say would be the people that think that you're better than them. Oh, ever since you moved away and started doing X, Y, and Z, now that you think that you're better than us. Ever since you got that degree, now you think that you're better than us. I don't think that I'm better than you, but you're also not aligned with me and I cannot have you around me for the simple fact that you think that I'm better than you. It's giving jealousy. It's giving envious. Why do you think that I'm better than you? Have I ever gave you any implication that I felt that way about you? No, I have not. Because I'm the type of person, like, if I don't like you, I'm just not going to be around you. I'm just not going to talk to you. I'm not the type of person that can fake not not liking you. It's either I do or I don't. But because some people get so insecure within themselves, they just can't help but to project that out onto somebody else instead of growing and evolving themselves. And I'm gonna make a video on that, on like how to not become a hater. Because when you don't work on yourself and you don't want to evolve and change, and then you see other people elevating past you, of course you're gonna become a hater because they did the work and you didn't. And I know that's a harsh truth to hear if it pertains to anybody, but it's the truth. Why do you think that, say for example, like in the hood, when somebody makes it out and they come back, the people from their city starts to hate on them? Oh, you changed. Oh, you did this. Oh, you think you better than us. And then sometimes they get off. It's because they didn't want to do anything different. They were comfortable standing on the block. They were comfortable doing the same mundane things every single day. So of course you're going to be envious because you didn't put in any real work. And anybody who is not willing to do the work, to me, is not worth being around me. I'm not entertaining one-sided relationships where I'm doing all the emotional labor. It's either you're going to step up and do the work or you're not. But I'm not going to force you to do it. There was times in my life where I used to try to force people to get on the same bandwagon, like, oh my God, like I see so much potential in you. I believe that you can do it. If I can do it, I know you can do it. But if they don't want to do it, you can't make them do it. And when you put that cape down trying to save everybody, you will feel so much lighter. And then you get clear on what you want. Instead of forcing somebody to be what they're not, how about you think about the types of people that you want in your life and then get aligned with those people. When people show you who they are, you have to believe them. And that's with anything. Another thing you should ask yourself to see if people are actually aligned with you is, do they choose you? And this is such an important question because I feel like with a lot of people, and especially in my experience, I used to be around a whole bunch of people that never chose me. Instead, I was trying to be the one to be picked. Because let me tell y'all something. Pick me does not always look like chasing male validation. Sometimes pick me's can be synonymous with people pleasing. Because it's like you're willing to go above and beyond and bend over so backwards just to please people that will never be pleased. And at the end of the day, when you overextend yourself and then you're drained, those people still never choose you. And then now you feel betrayed. Now you feel like people have used you. Now you feel like the world is over because your whole purpose was to just solely serve them in order to be chosen. Let me tell y'all something. Nobody will ever choose you if they don't want to. Even if you are the best woman in the world, you got your stuff together, you're loyal, caring, kind, whatever your attributes are, if people don't want to choose you, they are not going to choose you. And you can't make them choose you. But the best thing you can do is choose yourself. You have to learn how to choose your own self, because at the end of the day, people will use you up and leave you right where you are. And then when they feel ready, they will come back and try to pick you up again. And if you allow them, that is your fault. We can't allow people to not choose us. When we are not choosing ourselves, that's an indication that we have low self-esteem. We don't feel good about ourselves. We don't have good self-worth. We don't feel like we deserve somebody to choose us. That's the bare minimum. I shouldn't have to ask you to choose me. I shouldn't have to overextend myself for you to choose me. It's either you're gonna choose me or you're not, but we cannot force people to choose us. Do these people choose to understand you? Because the same thing goes as the last point. If people don't want to understand you, they're just not going to do it. And there's nothing that you can do. But everything that you want from somebody else, you have to learn how to start giving it to yourself. There was periods in my life where I wanted people to understand me, but because I was coming from a place of trauma, I was oversharing, spilling details to people that didn't even deserve that side of me, doing everything and overextending myself to the point where I'm depleted just so somebody can choose me. And this is not just relationships, this is friends and this is family. It can even go for jobs and careers as well. And I'm so passionate about this stuff because I just remember the space that I was in at that time where I feel like I had to make somebody choose me. If they don't want to choose me, they're not aligned with me. If they don't understand me and see me, they are not aligned with me. And I'm only going to allow the people that are actually aligned with me access to me. We have to stop giving people access to us that do not deserve us. They are not aligned with us. They are not aligned with our journey, and they are not meant to be taken to where we're trying to go. Do they support you? Do they consider you? And when I say support, it's not, oh, you know, you liked my video today. I mean, I love that. If you like my videos, I'm so very grateful for you. Matter of fact, go ahead and leave a like because I know you probably didn't. But it doesn't mean like, oh, you liked my videos, or oh, you bought something from my business, or you helped me study one night or something like that. I'm talking about when things get hard and you're going through things, or when you're not always your best self and you are having bad days. Do those people turn around and make you the villain? Do they see you as a bad person all of a sudden because you had a bad day? Do they get up and leave you because you had a bad day? Do they pour into you when you're at your lowest? Do they pour into you even when they don't have much to give? Do they support you you in that way. In the times that nobody sees, when we're off social media, when we're not on the cameras, when we're not on Instagram, do people support you? Do they care about how you actually feel, what you're actually going through? Not these external stuff like YouTube, businesses, school. Do they care about you as a person? If they don't, they aren't aligned with you. Do they consider you? Do they consider your feelings, your thoughts, your opinions? Do they consider that? When they make decisions, do they consider how we would make you feel? Because consideration is an important key to a healthy relationship. That's friends, family, jobs, whatever. Do they care about how something they would do or say or think would make you feel? If they don't, they are not for you. Do these people defend you when you're not in the same room as them? Do they defend you even when y'all are together? Do they allow people to speak negatively to you? Do they allow people to just do whatever they feel like they want to do to you? Do they make you feel safe? Do they make you feel protected? There's no reason why we're allowing ourselves to be unprotected by people. And I'm so passionate because it got to a point in my life where I was so tired of being unprotected but doing all of the protection. It is not our job to constantly be overextending ourselves and protecting people who definitely don't deserve it. And not only that, but the same people who will turn around and still hurt you. The same people you protect are the same people that are hurting you. Why? Please tell me why. The new me, there is no way in hell I would ever allow somebody who never makes me feel protected to be around me. And protection is not always physical. It's emotional. It's spiritual. It's mental. It's the same thing like I was saying earlier of, do they consider how you feel? Do they? If they do not do that, they are not aligned with you. And of course, most importantly, do they love you? Because anybody can say that they love you. Anybody can say that they love you when they're benefiting from you, when they're trying to get something from you, when they feel like they need you. Anybody can say that they love you. But love is not only a choice, but it's also an action. I don't care what nobody says. Anybody can tell me that they love me, but baby, if you're not showing me how you love me, you don't love me. I don't care what you say. And I understand that there's people who may love you and it just shows up differently than how you might need it or anything, but that's what I mean by consideration. Sometimes love is not about how you can give it. It's sometimes about how the other person needs it. That's what love languages are. Say, for example, somebody needs you to show them that you love them by showing up for them, going to events, supporting them, being there for them emotionally. That's how you show them that you love them. For some people, it might be like you can show your love by giving them things, giving them gifts and stuff. I don't know. Love is about showing up. And not only showing up, but showing up when it's hard, showing up when you don't want to, showing up when you don't have much to give, but you love that person enough that you're going to make the choice to do that for them. Love is sacrifices sometimes. Love is consideration. Love is compromise. Love is all of these things that I was telling you about. And if people are not showing them to you, they do not love you. I don't care how many people say, oh, I love you so much, and they give you a hug and they give you a kiss. So what? You don't love me enough. And even if you do love me, you're not showing it the right way. And I know everybody might not agree with what I'm saying, or I might not be articulating it right, but I mean the best. I don't mean any harm by saying that people don't love you, but you can tell and you can always feel when somebody actually loves you. And if they don't love you and they don't make that choice to show up for you regardless and love you for who you actually are, then they're not aligned with you. Next is if they don't take accountability. I mean, that goes without saying. How can you love me and you don't take accountability? How is it when I bring you an issue, all of a sudden you're turning it back on me and it's my fault? How is it that all of a sudden you seem to forget? Now you don't remember. Now you have amnesia. Now all of a sudden you want to bring up grievances that you've had with me in the past. Now all of a sudden you're talking down on yourself like, oh, I just can't do anything right or whatever. And yes, I have personal experience. That's why I'm being very specific. If you can't take accountability and even acknowledge the problem, we have nothing to talk about. I've had so many experiences where I can bring an issue up to somebody and they turn it back on me, or they act like they don't remember. I don't remember that happening. Okay, then we don't have nothing to talk about. And it's so funny because those be the same people that always are pressed for conversation. Let's just talk it out. Let's get some closure. Closure for what? Nothing happened, right? So if nothing happened, we're just gonna pretend like nothing happened, but guess what? You're not gonna be in my life anymore. That's what that's gonna be. And then all of a sudden I'm the bad guy, but I will be that. I'm not going to allow you to keep doing the same thing over and over and not hold you accountable. That is not acceptable. Old me might have went for it, but I'm not going for it now, and I just need to let you know that. The next one is, do they produce fruit? Both them by themselves and then y'all together. When they're on their own, do they have things going for them? Are they fruitful in the spirit? Do they have good character? Are they able to bring something to your life? When y'all are together, do y'all produce things? Do y'all build businesses together? Do y'all support each other? Do y'all lift each other up? Is there anything positive coming out of this relationship? relationship. If it's a no, you already know they're not aligned with you. And in relationships, we have to be equally yoked. We have to be on the same page in order for it to work. If we're not, it's not aligned. And I'm not going to force things to be what it's not going to be. Lastly, do they bring you peace? Do they help lift some of the weight off of your shoulders? And I don't mean this in the sense that like they're fixing all of your problems. I mean, we're always going to have problems and things that we go through in life. But do they make life feel a lot more easier to where your life is not always constantly thinking about your problems? Do they bring joy? Do they bring laughter? Do they bring ease? Do they bring peace? Do they bring excitement? Do they make you feel happier about life? Do they feel like a safe space? Do they feel like somewhere that you can go at the end of the day when you're tired and you went through stuff at your job, or you're dealing with family issues, or you're dealing with friends? Are they that person that you can go to? And all of this stuff I'm talking about is not just about relationships. It's with relationships, family, friends, careers, anything. Are they somewhere safe that you can go at the end of the day? When everything is off, when Instagram is off, when your makeup is off, when your hair isn't done, when you're not feeling your best, when you're not financially where you want to be, going through changes, are they that person that will sit by you and take your mind off of all of those problems? Or do they add to the problem? Are they one of your problems? Is the question that you need to ask. Peace is so important for us to even be able to operate functionally in this life. And if you are not bringing me peace, you are bringing me chaos. You are bringing me drama. And I don't need that. I've been through those times where I was constantly in the whirlwind with people. I'm not doing that no more. I'm sorry. I just don't have the energy. And even if I did, I'm just not doing it because I don't want to. I don't want to always be arguing, fighting, crying, begging, pleading. I'm not into that. As people, we go through enough. The world is already crazy enough as it is. I don't need more problems. And if they're not bringing you peace, then they are not aligned for you. All of these questions I just want you to ask yourself because it's important to your growth. You're going to have to leave people behind. And what I want you to do is to pray that prayer. The one prayer that God answers very fast is, God, please remove anybody or anything around me that is not aligned for your purpose in my life, for your will in my life. And watch how fast they go. I prayed that prayer so many times and I'm talking about gone pretty much the next day. I'm talking about Amazon delivery, same day delivery. It goes that fast. And when you pray this prayer, don't be surprised by who he takes, because it could be a mama, daddy, brother, sister, uncle, cousin, certain jobs, certain friends, certain relationships. It could be anybody. But do not be surprised, because at the end of the day, God can see what we don't. He hears the stuff that we don't. And sometimes we get too caught up in, oh, well, that's my sister, or that's my mom, or no, he's been my boyfriend for 5 years, or that's been my friend since the sandbox. And we get blinded because of our love for them. But if we have to be blind for love, then that love is just not aligned with us. And I promise you, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I've been through it all. And I just want to help you understand that if you have to sacrifice yourself at the expense of anybody, they are not aligned with you. But that is pretty much all that I have to say. Please let me know your comments down in the comment section below. If you found value from the video, please leave a like or a comment down below. Make sure that y'all go ahead and follow me on Instagram right down here on the screen below. I promise you, you will get through it. Whatever you feel like you're going through, you will get through. There will always be better days, even if it feels like it's not. And the more that you focus on growth, the more that you block out the noise that's going on around you. But that's pretty much all I have to say. I love each and every one of y'all, and I will see y'all in my next video.